everyone. I would like to start this speech by formally accepting my nomination to run for Retreat and Events Court. Thank you so much. For those who don't know me, my name is Danika Gonzales, and I'm a first-year criminal justice major. Like many first years, I had a hard time finding my place in this new environment. Everything felt brand new, college life, the people, the pace of it all. But my mom, who's a part of PCN, encouraged me to do PAC, and I never felt like a deep connection with my heritage growing up, so I always had PAC in my mind. Joining PAC turned out to be like one of the best decisions I've ever made. I got picked up by my amazing ate and found a family that I never knew I needed. Shout out Joint and mine. From then on, I've had more fun and made so many memories than I ever could have imagined through, especially the events that I attended. I loved PAC so much that I became a PACter. And I got a behind the scenes look at how events are made, and that sparked a new interest. And I knew I wanted to be a part of creating those experiences for others in events that I organize. That's why I'm running for Retreat and Events Court. My favorite memories in PAC come from the events specifically. Those moments give me something to look forward to, whether it's in the week, month, or even the semester. Through this role, my vision is to not only keep the energy and connection going all year long, but to increase participation through consistent and meaningful events, both big and small. I understand the responsibilities that come with this position. My preds, Pat and TT. I've learned that retreat events requires organization, time management, creativity, budgeting skills, safety, and the ability to prepare for the unexpected. Most importantly, I think it requires being a team player, and I'm ready for all of that. In high school, I served as president of my show choir, both during my sophomore and senior year, where I helped organize rehearsals and the national trip itinerary. I was also director of my advanced dance class, where I worked alongside other directors and was the main support for my coach. And then my favorite thing was I was also in Link Crew, so I helped organize events for freshmen, and I thought that was really fun. So these leadership experiences taught me how to plan effectively, communicate with the team, and make sure things run smoothly, which are things that I could bring to PAC in my collective. Now, for some ideas, I'm excited to bring fresh ideas to our big events like snow trip, cat retreats, whether that's tubing during the snow trip or just relaxing at the beach in the spring. I want to make sure these things are not only fun, but reflect my opinions and Gen members as well. And I think that we can turn these into unforgettable experiences together. Beyond the big trips, I would love to have smaller events like karaoke nights, movie hangouts, and just little things that the budget permits. These moments could help us bring consistent participation and make sure that there's always something fun and meaningful to look forward to. I would love to collaborate with each of the chairs and incorporate one of 4 pillars into every event. That way our events could be more fun and meaningful. I'd also love to work with assistant treasurer to host more interactive fundraisers, like for example, Sky Zone. And so we can raise funds while building bonds and having fun. From what I've seen as a PAC turn, I know that in CAB there's always support, and I've learned that I don't have to do things alone, and I won't hesitate to offer that same support back to my fellow CAB members. I think a healthy CAB creates a healthy club. So with that being said, I hope you see that I'm not only qualified, but deeply passionate about this position. And I want to help create a PAC that is consistent and inclusive, and always has something that everyone can look forward to. So let's build something together, one club, one family, and one unforgettable year. Thank you so much.
So your first question will be, how do you plan to combat the issue of low Gen member turnout for retreat? What is your course of action if you don't have enough people going to your retreats?
Well, I really want to put out an interest form when towards the beginning of the year, maybe around week 4 or something, to kind of already have people thinking about it instead of just pushing out last minute. Because I feel like that was the issue with this last snow trip, is that everything seemed really last minute, at least to me as a Gen member. So I would love to push everything out earlier so that there's more, everyone's kind of thinking about it already and can plan things around it. And then, sorry, what was the rest of it?
What's your course of action if you don't have enough people going there to break even?
If I don't have enough people to break even, definitely if I have to limit the expenses on certain things in the trip, it has to be done. And for example, if we do need to change where we're staying, or the cost for food and stuff like that, I think that could definitely be limited.
Okay, thank you. Keyboard question?
So as retreats, like you were talking about safety and stuff, and me being membership chair in the past, like during room ball and stuff, like on top of membership chair having to be like really strict and like on everybody's like ass when it comes to like, doing bonding and stuff in the parking lot. What is your like approach and like strategy in being able to help with that?
I mean, especially I would be like the main support for whoever's running the event. Like for example, for Boom Ball, I would be like right there with membership chair, just kind of. I want to make sure that things are clear about like the event and like the expectations that should be set. And I think that it's important to like really have that communication with whoever's running the event. If I see something, I would definitely let like whoever's organizing that know, but also if it's something that I need to like pull them aside, whether it's like just like handing them like, if it's they're having too much fun in a sense, handing them like a water bottle or putting them in an environment where it doesn't encourage them to get worse. It can also be like that, but I think the main thing is communicating with whoever's running the event and all the cab members to kind of be aware of that and setting the boundaries with like all the gen members and stuff.
Thank you. The questions are open for the crowd. If you have a question, raise your hand. Isaiah?
This is just a hypothetical, but so imagine that your retreat location that you picked for spring trip cancels a week before you're supposed to go. What is your immediate plan of action, and how do you manage logistics, and who do you communicate with amongst, or who would you communicate with?
I think the first person I would have to contact is treasurer to like kind of know like whether we got the money back or what's like the financial situation, and then from there we can start looking at more places to stay. But it's mainly about the budget and what money we have at the time. And I mean, obviously I communicate with like whoever else is going, like cab members that are going, you see what support they can bring, but for sure treasurer would have to help me out with that the most.
Welcome.
Just piggyback off what you said about membership overwhelming. I'm pretty sure you would also do like historian and PR to be there to cover some stuff. So like in the case that one of us can't be there, or more specifically historian couldn't be there, like how would you be able to like cover some media like for the absence of the historian?
Honestly, I could handle that myself, unless like especially if you don't have anyone who can you don't have anyone set yet to help. I can help and I can communicate with PR. I don't mind doing that. I think that would be really fun, in my opinion. And honestly, I think I could also ask gen members if they have any photos or like anything else that you need. But like I said, I could also be a really big support to CAB. So you can always ask me for those type of things, especially if it's my event.
Good.
In your speech, you mentioned you wanted to work with like the pillars and even an assistant treasurer on some events. Like, do you have any ideas in mind that already, like, of what you want to do?
For sure, I think with cultural chair, I thought like a little like food festival would be really cute. I know that was mentioned before, but I never heard anything about it. So I think that would really be interesting. And then like I have a lot of ideas, especially with like assistant treasurer, to raise more money for the PAC account to get more budget for like retreats. So whether it's like going to Sky Zone or other ones I forgot, but like yeah, things like that. So something that'll pull gen members out to go and do things rather than like I think like boba fundies are fun, but something that gives them something to do would be more fun in my opinion.
Any other question? Last one. Aldrin?
So as we train an events court, you're also in charge of handling bondings for bondings within CAB, but also bondings within CAB and board. And historically, it's been hard whenever we schedule CAB and board bondings. It's either almost all CAB present or just all board present with like 1 or 2 representatives. So how would you how would you ensure that participation is effective between both parties.
Especially because I know everyone has busy schedules, I would definitely ask for everyone's availability, especially for like weekends or something. And I really think it's important to ask everyone what they want to do, and then I would take those ideas and then put it into something that could be fun for everyone and pretty much like not make them just want to like not go and stuff like that. But communication is like the key thing. So I would communicate with whoever I need to make sure that happens and like get everyone's input.
All right, good job.